At first sight, the new chemistry system in FIFA 23 Ultimate Team can be very intimidating and confusing, but by the end of this video, you'll be able to master team building and gaining the full 33 out of 33 allocated chemistry points in any team you build. So without further ado, let's get straight on to learning the new chemistry system. So we'll start off with a full squad here, just to get the hang of it, and then we'll go into a bit more detail. So first things you can see, every player has these 3 blue triangle diamond kind of things, which obviously symbolizes their chemistry. Now, 3 triangles or diamonds means every player is on full chemistry, but you can see right back Frimpong has 2, which it's strange because in FIFA 22, if a player's not on full chem, obviously they lose ratings, like the ratings decrease. It has a negative impact. But this year, if a player isn't on full chemistry, their ratings, in-game and base stats, do not change at all. I'm not entirely sure if having full chem increases them or anything like that. So if anyone knows, you'll have to let me know down below. But you'll see on the right there is some leagues, some nations, some club badges, and then some symbols with blue faces, some greyed out, and then the triangles on the very far right. Now this is where FIFA will show just how the chemistry is gained. So if we go into it and have a look on the right where all these leagues and clubs badges are, you'll see that for the Premier League at the very top, it's a bit hard to see, but that is the Premier League. It has 2 diamonds coloured in blue, meaning every Premier League player in the squad is minimum got 2 diamonds. Now, obviously, you can see that for 1 diamond in the Premier League, you need 3 players. For 2 diamonds in the Premier League, you need 5 players because the 3 in the first column and the second column, there's 2 players. So obviously, if every player in the Premier League needs to get, if you want every player in the Premier League to have 3 diamonds, you would need 8 players all in the Premier League, doesn't matter what clubs, to get a full Premier League, full chemistry on every Premier League player. But as you can see, there's players like Darwin Núñez, Diaz, Thiago, Gomez, all Liverpool. If you go down to below the Bundesliga here, you can see that every Liverpool player also has 2 diamonds. Now, obviously, you can't go above 3. So if you had 2 and 2, that would be 4. But it obviously caps at 3. So meaning every Liverpool player gets 2 for the Liverpool and 2 for the Premier League. Meaning every Liverpool player gets 3 overall. But then you can also see there's teams like Adama Traore, Wolves, Ramsdale, Arsenal. But Ramsdale and Adama, you can see, there's no other Wolves or Arsenal players in there. But what there is the nations. So you'll see that there's 3 English players, which gives the 1 diamond for the 2 English players. And the same goes for the Spanish for Adama, where there's 2 Spanish players in Adama and Thiago, meaning they both get 1 star, which gives Adama the 2nd diamond, continuing to make it 3 from the Premier League. So hopefully that does make sense. But if you look at Frimpong here, more specifically, the Bundesliga has 2 diamonds, which is where he gets those 2, but there is not 2 Dutch players in this team, which means he can't get a link, a diamond or a chemistry point, I don't even know what they're called, for that. Or if you look at Bayer Leverkusen players, he is the only one as well, so he cannot get his 2nd diamond from there, meaning he is only on 2 out of 3 full possible chemistry points. But everyone else in this team is on full chemistry. Hopefully it does make sense. If you go on Footbin or some websites, you can get a hang of it. But if we move on to another example, we'll look at Matip and Trent Alexander-Arnold in a bit more detail. So when we're looking at Matip and Trent Alexander-Arnold here, you can see they're both in the right positions and they've only got 1 star each. So there's no one else in this squad. It's just purely Matip and Trent here. The other 9 positions are empty, obviously just cut out because they're irrelevant. So you can see that the both players are getting their 1 diamond from the 2 Liverpool players. Obviously, if there was another player in the squad, say if it was maybe Kovacic from Chelsea, that would mean they would both get 2 due to there being 3 Premier League players. we get that because we've just described that. But if I do show you now this image of Trent Alexander-Arnold being in the wrong position, just have a look and see what's different about the other one. Obviously, you can go back 10 seconds if you want to see what the difference is. Maybe and Matip's chemistry, the blue images on the right. Just have a look around, and I'll leave it a bit so you can see what's changed. Right then, so you can, if you didn't know already, the difference in this is, as I mentioned, Trent is in the wrong position, which does have an impact on how chemistry works for all players gaining chemistry points from that in particular player. Now, if we look back from before, Joel Matip did have 1 diamond, but he's now gone down to 0, and that's because a player cannot give chemistry points if they're played in the wrong position. So if Trent was moved back to right back, Joel Matip would get that blue diamond back, but because he's in the wrong position, it doesn't count. But you'll see on the right where that Liverpool diamonds are, it's clear, none are filled in, but where there used to be 2 blue faces or 2 blue shaded in outlines, now there's 1 blue and 1 yellowy goldy. Now obviously that is trying to show that the player gaining or providing the chemistry is in the wrong position. So if we were to bring Trent back to right back, the diamonds would go back, but that is something to be cautious of, that especially now players, like there's no position changes, you can't play left wings at left mid unless it's the secondary position. It's something to look out for because it will change the chemistry, and everyone else gaining chemistry points from that one player will suffer. And there we go, that's it. All you need to know for the new FIFA 23 FUT chemistry system. If you still don't feel like you're an expert and there's a few things that you might not or unsure about, just ask me down below and I'll get back to you and answer all your questions. But that's enough of me speaking. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, all that good stuff. Check out the videos at the end, and peace out.